in the owner's suite at Verizon Center with former Capital Mike Marson, who was just the second ever black player in NHL history. He was recognized by the organization earlier this evening, but before that, we sat down with him to catch up on his time with the Capitals, his hockey career, and being featured in the documentary film Soul on Ice.
In 1974, Mike Marson was the first pick in the second round by the newly formed Washington Capitals.
Kwame has done a great job, as far as I was concerned, or I am concerned, regarding informing that there have been people of color playing hockey all along.
Growing up, what made you decide to pick up a hockey stick in the first place?
We used to watch the Toronto Maple Leafs when I was a young fella. All my buddies at school, they all played hockey. In those days, not many people had a lot of money to buy the top equipment, so it would be recycled. And we would go to the park and freeze our feet off, and you know, it was just something I enjoyed doing. It sounds a little strange, but that was hockey, but that was the Canadian life back in the 60s.
Now, you were just a kid when you got drafted. What was your impression when you found out Washington had taken you?
I was excited. You know, on the news media, there was always something going on at the reflecting pool or, you know, the Lincoln Memorial, and I was interested in the newness, the change, and you know, world of unlimited possibility.
So Willie O'Ree, at least a decade before you.
Yes.
What difference do you think he made?
Well, Haley, I remember watching Willie O'Ree play and saying to my dad and my Uncle Romeo, that's what I want to do. And so for me, it made a huge difference to see this guy prove to me that a person of color could go on to play hockey on a professional level.
Were there any guys on your team in particular who really embraced you and helped you through the tough times or talked you down?
Oh yeah, Ivan LeBray was my roomie, great guy.
Every city we went to, there was cameras in the building. I mean, we couldn't even get off the bus and into the building. There were media set up and they wanted to talk to him, and it was incredible. And he was a pretty mature guy for 18 years old. He handled it pretty well.
I didn't want to be one of those people who was held back by the fact that he was different.
What's the first exposure to friction, adversity that you can remember in your professional career?
Training camp is a whole bunch of guys who've trained all summer. The testosterone is flowing and everybody wants to one-up the next guy and prove that he's the, you know, and so, you know, there were situations there, but that was just more competitive. The things like being told you can't come into this particular arena because, you know, oh, come on. What do you mean you're here for the hockey game? Right? And then as he goes to find out, yeah, you know, this guy's playing, he's wearing number 16 for Washington. Those kinds of things on a day-to-day basis were very interesting. You can't run away from, you know, you've got to embrace it.
Well, I'm sure you had some Caps fans behind you then. But
oh yeah, we had great Caps fans. Caps fans are the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the first ever Cap Squad, number 16, the Marson!
How does it feel being warmly received by Caps fans?
Oh, it makes you feel special in your heart.